Greetings, gamers. I am you, Dog the Gamer, and welcome to another Work for Games segment. Today, I'm going to be kind of doing something a little differently today. I'm going to be doing a history of 2D Metroid games. Now, as a PSA, I am not a gaming historian, so you will not be hearing from me about which composer played which Metroid song and what year they came out, all that good stuff. I leave that to the professionals. I'm just going to be doing mainly a medley of different Metroid games to show why I have a newfound appreciation for them. So the first game that we're going to get started with is Metroid on the original NES. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And, typically a lot of games that came out during this era, they always encourage the player to travel over here to the right, but as you if you venture more down to there, you're like, uh-oh, kind of have to go another way. So that's why they give you the other option, which is to only go left. So we're just gonna go over here, and you see that right there. It looks like it's a power up. So back during this time, it doesn't even say what power up it is, but based on the shape and everything, I'm pretty sure that it's the morph ball. That's right. And I also heard that this was the game that introduced the fact that Samus is a girl, which I did not know. Matter of fact, the first time I heard about Samus was actually through Super Smash Brothers, and just like majority of people, I thought she was just another robot. But nope, she's a girl. And even then, I thought she was a girl robot, like Mega Man. I thought maybe she was some form of a Mega Woman. I don't know. But that was just a little silliness that I just learned about. Uh-oh, I'm taking a lot of damage here. But yeah, it really, the first game here, you got some iconic music here in the background. You got these enemies, and there's no map, so there's no map to explore. You kind of have to just venture out on your own and find out where you need to go. And man, these enemies are ruthless. So just wanted to kind of dive into this game a little bit. I'm not going to linger here too long. We are going to get into some other Metroid games, so let me go ahead and switch over to our next Metroid game. Alright, so here we are with game number 2, which is Metroid 2 Return of Samus, not to be confused with the remastered Samus Returns on the 3DS. So here we have the lovely green graphics, and I like the look of this Samus in particular because she looks a lot bigger, and even some of the mechanics that are kind of instilled in this game are a little different because her jump feels a little bit more floaty. And what I also remember too about Metroid Samus Return is that a lot of the enemies from this game transitioned over to that game too. So, and the objective is a little bit differently. So, if you see on the bottom right, I thought I fell into a pit. Sorry. If you see right there on the bottom right corner of the screen, it has the number 39, and it's a picture of a little Metroid. So the objective in this game is to collect the Metroids throughout your adventure. So once again, there's no map. You got a plethora of enemies that you kind of have to deal with, and that always spooks me because I think I'm falling to my death here. But no, we're just doing some more explorations. That's what I really like about the Metroid series is that, you don't really know where you're going until you're actually there. Because even though, I got hurt from that. Even though, I'm getting beat up here. Even though they have a map in the newer Metroid series, you don't know where you're going until you actually get there. Let's kind of go over here. Yeah, let's see what's over here. That's the whole beauty of exploration type games. And later on down the line, when I get up to Metroid Dread, I have a lot of appreciation for the series because there's different things that Samus can do, different power-ups, and even like seeing all these games where she actually kind of came from is really nostalgic because this was an era where I was only playing like Mario and mainly like Mario games or whatnot. So I never really gave Metroid a try until I played what was that, Smash Brothers Melee. I'm trying to think what game came out. it was the, I think it was like around the trilogy season, the trilogy game. Um, they were a little bit hard, but it was very interesting to kind of explore all the atmosphere. And even these games here, they didn't give much of a story, but later on down the line, they let us know that Samus is a bounty hunter, and that she travels to these isolated planets, and there's a Metroid. Hey, uh-oh, wait, do I have to fight this thing? I think so. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh, 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 I'm getting beat up. Oh, no, no. Is it stuck? Yeah, stay there, stay there, stay there. I don't know if I'm hitting it. I, yeah, there we go. Yeah, just stay right there. Stay right there. Come down. There, there, there. I don't know if this is the appropriate way to fight. Am I even hurting it? And of course, this isn't really the game where it shows how much health an enemy has. I don't know if I'm hurting this thing, but I'm gonna keep trying. If not, I'm gonna try a different strategy. Because I think I need to hit right at the belly bottom. Because I don't know. Yeah, let me try that. Oh, 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 oh. I think I'm about to die. Oh, 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 wait, wait, where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, it knocked me out and I have to start it all over again. Oh no. And that's the thing, these Samus games, Metroid games rather, are really tough. But, that's the thrill of, going through challenging games like that. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next Metroid game. Alright, so here we are at our next Metroid game, which is Super Metroid, which at the time, I didn't know that they had a Super Nintendo game for Metroid. And when I first saw this, the graphics look amazing. I mean, the graphics here was definitely ahead of its time. Um, Samus, I'm actually a little bit more invested into this one because I never played. Well, actually, most of these Metroid games I never played, but I'm actually more interested and invested in this one mainly because not only does it look nicer, but as you can see on the top right corner, we finally got a map. So no more graph paper of like, okay, did I kind of go here, go there? You actually got a map of places you've been to. So here we just delivered the contained Metroid, and yeah, this part right here, Ridley's here. So that's how the game starts. You fight Ridley right when you get in, and it's a pretty tough battle. But the good thing about this part though is that you don't necessarily die. So it gets to a point where if you do take on a little bit too much damage, really kind of let you go. But I still like to do what I can to make them, to get some hits on him, make him as weak as possible. And man, he is flying everywhere. And I'm also glad that they introduced Ridley into the Smash Brothers series as well. I know a lot of people have been wanting him for the longest, so he finally made it into the Smash series, and he's a monster on that game too. Whoa, hey, hello. And yeah, now we have an escape sequence that we have to get through. And me personally, I'm not a fan of escape sequences whatsoever. I don't like timers, especially like the look of it and everything. It sounds like the whole place is about to blow, so I need to get the hoo-ha out of here. Um, so far, I've made it within the time limit. I don't know what happens. I guess you pretty much die if you don't make it within the time limit. But fortunately, it's not too hard. It is a little tricky to kind of navigate, but for the most part, it's out. For the most part, it's pretty easy to get through. And yeah, it's getting intense right now. And even that iconic music. Oh, okay. Come on, gotta make my way up here. Make my way up here. Yes, yes, almost there. Almost there. It got it, I think. Yes. So we finally escaped the blowing up. That's not a planet. That looks like a space shuttle. Well, it blew up and we got the hoo-ha out of there. So thank goodness for that. Now we are moving on to planet, I want to say it's called Zebes. Don't come at me if I pronounce it wrong, but I'm calling it Planet Zebes just to make my life a little easier. So this is actually the part that I'm kind of working on. I've gotten a little bit further than where I'm at right now, But I remember when I started exploring the depths of this planet and all the enemies and some of the like the little side bosses that I've been taking out, you really do feel like the eerie isolation of exploring this map because Samus is just on her own. She has no backup. It's just her. Just trying to make her way through this, gosh, this cruel planet. I'm sorry. I'm having some like real like PTS from some of these bosses and enemies that I had to fight, and boy, they do not make it easy. So yeah, we're gonna actually kind of stop here. We're not gonna linger too much longer because we're gonna go ahead and introduce the next Metroid game. All right, so our next game that we're gonna check out is Metroid Fusion for the Game Boy Advance. This was a game that I did not play as well, but and I know it's been on previous Virtual Console games, and unfortunately, at that time, Metroid wasn't on my radar. So, I thought this was pretty interesting because now it's getting more towards the whole story and background of Samus. So as you can see here, I always thought that with this suit, like this what, blue, green, yellowish suit that she had, I thought that was just like a recolor, like maybe she wanted to kind of change her look. But actually, according to what the story said, is that you pretty much eradicated all the Metroids off of this planet, and with the X parasites that are around, it's kind of infected Samus, and now she has to undergo this awful surgery. And basically, with her suit, it's pretty much like melded, or at least fused to her skin. So now she has to go through these awful surgeries to kind of get better. And you can kind of see her in kind of a weakened state too. You can see that she's kind of heavily breathing, and she doesn't have all of her latent powers. And what I like about this too is that it kind of gives you a navigation tool to see where you need to go. So we see here that we need to go to the quarantine bay, and biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. So that's where we need to go. So it is a little bit more linear than the other Metroid games, but still that whole aspect of exploration is still um, prevalent in this game. Oh gosh, if I can get up here. And so, just like with the other Metroid games, you're in this isolated environment. It's a little eerie, it's a little creepy. Um, but we finally made it to the quarantine bay. And oh, there's these monsters. Yeah, see what we saw in our what was that? Metroid 2, and that's the X parasite. So that's been we absorbed that. I think this is the area that we need to go to. But yeah, see now you can kind of hang off of ledges. Her jump isn't as floaty, so that's really nice. And we unfortunately we don't have all of her power-ups, such as her morph balls, her missiles, or do we have missiles? No, we don't. So some of her latent abilities we don't have, unfortunately. So this is another game that I'll be working on after I finish Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo. But yeah, this is just another game I just wanted to kind of showcase. So we're not going to linger in here for too much longer. So matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and go to our final Metroid game, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what that is. Alright, so here we are, Metroid Dread. And this is the demo version because I misplaced my original copy. I have to find it a little later on. But this game in particular, it really, really amped up my appreciation for Samus because this game made her really cool. And if they do make another Super Smash Bros. Game, I wonder if they will instill Samus's abilities onto the next Smash Bros. Games. So here we have another story about Samus's adventures. As I may mention earlier, you don't have to play the previous Metroid games in order to kind of understand the story. They kind of give you a little brief synopsis of what's been taking place in Samus's life. And yeah, as you can see, she's been through quite a lot, being infected with the X parasite, and having to go through that awful surgery, and being infused with Metroid DNA and different things like that. So it really is interesting how They tied together all of these different stories of Samus's past adventure. Oh boy, now that I would have liked to see. But this game in particular, it brings up the creepiness level to a whole nother tier. And dealing with the enemies as well as the new enemies that you have to fight. And one of the things that I particularly was really fond of was that we got a chance to actually hear Samus speak. I don't know what language that is. I'm pretty sure some gaming historian or archaeologist or whoever knows what language that is. So yeah, we're just gonna go past the story mode and get to the gameplay. All right, so we finally landed, and Samus has that blue-green color again. So as typical, I'm gonna go ahead and go off to the left. But here, she already has her missiles, and she's in another weakened state because she fought and unfortunately lost her Ravenbeak. So now we're just gonna do some little exploration, and I love how they have the little background with the animals and the wildlife. So here's kind of the tutorial. We can use free aim to shoot things. Um, the controls and the combat feels very fluid. It has like a really nice flow to it, and just graphic wise, it looks amazing. And so now we can go ahead and see if we can ready missiles and shoot that down. We can slide. We don't necessarily have the morph balls just yet, but let's see here. It says try shooting the surroundings. Oh, aha. Yeah, see, they kind of give you some introspective of what to look for. So here we come across a supercomputer by the name of Adam, who kind of gives us pretty much a synopsis of what's going on in the area. So I always like his little movement when he speaks, and even the voice is really nice too. And so Adam finally gave us our objective, which is to go and find our ship. Sorry about that. So this is the map of the area, and this is the area that we kind of explored. So we're just gonna dive right over here to the right a little bit to see where we come across some nasty, disgusting enemies. And this one, I think this one you need the charge beam for that one. Oh, who do we have here? And see, like I said, the graphics on here looks amazing. And see, this is where they are teaching you how to parry. So you can destroy large enemies like that, and it even stuns bosses as well too if you time it just right. And I think these things you can shoot. So yeah, you can defeat most of these enemies with that stun, but when they're close like that, it's a little trickier. So you kind of have to make sure you have a little bit of a distance so that way you can kind of read their movements and such. But like I said, the environment is amazing, and you definitely feel the isolation that you're just by yourself. But Samus is a very courageous bounty hunter, and we can see all the struggles that she's been through has only made her stronger. But unfortunately, since she encountered a very powerful enemy, she lost all of her latent abilities. So now it indicates that, oh, hidden items here. I think I even saw, I think it's here. So you can kind of aim that. And look what we got. Our missile tank acquired, so our capacity for our missiles has gone up. So, let's see. I do want to check to see what's behind this door. Uh-oh, I think this is it. Okay, yeah. This is where we deal with that creepy Emmy? I think it is. Man, every time I see those things, I always panic. Yeah, there it is. And they are out to get you. But these things are quite powerful, so Samus won't be able to do much against it right now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm going this way. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, that's right. They're teaching that you can parry the Emmy, but yeah, we're not dealing with that right now. And yeah, this thing will hunt you down. So all you can do is run. And right now, this one looks kind of beat up, so thankfully we could just kind of avoid it. But man, all these Emmys, though, they have really unique abilities, and you got to be careful because some of them can stun you, some of them can hurt you, they do all kind of things to catch up to you. So we got here some sort of energy filled container here, and it looks like it's giving Samus a bit of a power up. So now looks like we're ready to take down that Emmy. So now that we got the energy from the central unit, it transformed the arm cannon into an Omega cannon. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. Is it gonna come here? Not yet. Let's see. I think I have to. Yeah, I think I have to take this thing out first. Oh wait. Oops. Hold up. Oh, I have to press Y. Oops. Sorry. It's been a while since I played Metroid Dread, so I kind of have to relearn some of the controllers. Let's see. Oh. Oh, I didn't see it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I want to take this Emmy out. Hang on. I need a do-over. And thankfully, this game is very forgiving as far as if you do get a death. It pretty much starts you pretty much close to where you last left off. So, unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention. So, let me try this again. So, we're going to charge this up. And we got it. So, now this Emmy is dead. And what these Emmys do is that when you destroy them, it powers up Samus even more. And you gain their power. So, and after that, when you finish off the Emmy, it pretty much depletes the Omega Cannon. So yeah, that's actually a good point for us to stop. So I want to thank you guys so much for checking out these wonderful historic Metroid games. Um, if you have a favorite Metroid game that you might have enjoyed, which Metroid game do you enjoy the most? And what sequence or boss fight or anything do you like about Metroid games in general? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. I read all the comments, so feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm going to go ahead and clock out on this session, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.